Hey guys, welcome back to SuperMarcelWorld and happy Halloween. And especially for today I made a review for 2007's remake of Halloween. I remember when I first saw the trailer for this remake and the first thing I thought is, why on earth would you remake this movie? Of all horror movies, why remake this one? John Carpenter's classic is one of the most influential, one of the most beloved horror classics of all time. Remaking it seemed like a horrible idea. Who in the right mind would remake Halloween in the first place? And who would have the guts to direct it? And the answer would be shock rocker Rob Zombie, who's a huge fan of the original. So now, looking back, almost 20 years later, is Rob Zombie's Halloween as bad as some people make it out to be? Or is it a pretty decent remake? I'll tell you how I feel in this review. Here we go. The story. After killing his sister, young Michael Myers is committed for 15 years. Now a full-grown man and still very dangerous, Michael escapes the asylum and returns to Haddonfield to find his baby sister Laurie. What I like? The cast. Rob Zombie brought together an impressive cast of genre veterans. And the list is huge. Clint Howard, Bill Moseley, Udo Kier, Danny Trejo, Dee Wallace, Sid Haig, Ken Foree, William Forsythe and even Chucky himself, Brad Dourif. He even brought back Daniel Harris, who played Jamie Lloyd in the 4th and 5th Halloween film of the original franchise. Malcolm McDowell plays Michael's doctor, Dr. Sam Loomis, and the role of final girl Laurie Strode, made iconic by the Scream Queen Jamie Lee Curtis, is this time played by Scout Taylor Compton. And she does a fine job, but in my opinion she's not as mesmerizing as many other final girls. Who was more mesmerizing is Tyler Mane, who played the adult Michael. Among other roles, Mane is known for his role as Sabretooth in the first X-Men movie. Mane is a huge tall guy and he towers over all other characters of the movie. I gotta say, I really like Mane's performance. He's tall, big, intimidating, and his Michael is absolutely brutal. I also love his worn mask. The finale. Now I really love the ending in the old house with Michael and Laurie. It was really exciting and edge of your seat stuff. And even though the movie follows the original in many ways, I thought this was pretty unpredictable. What I don't like. Too truthful? When remaking a beloved horror classic, you have to stay true to the original to some degree. But maybe Rob Zombie overdid it. Little Mikey wears a clown mask again, and when he puts on the mask we see through the eye holes of the mask again. On TV we see the Thing from another world, just like the original, and they even re-recorded the original film's music. Now keeping the famous Halloween theme is a logical choice. You're never gonna top that score. But other themes from the movie are also reused, which kinda gave me a lazy vibe. This is just a handful, there are way more similarities, but in my opinion Rob Zombie kinda overdid it. If you're gonna copy most of the original movie, why remake it in the first place? Michael's origins and Laurie. What I like about John Carpenter's original classic is how there's no explanation, really no explanation, to us why Michael does what he does. He's just purely and simply evil. That's it. And Rob Zombie decided for this movie that Michael has a tormented youth, he's bullied, and he's pushed too far. Now while that might work for a lot of other slashers and other horror movies, but here for Michael Myers, it doesn't really suit him in my opinion. It's a new approach and that might work for other people, but for me, no. I really like the original explanation. He just does what he does because he's evil. Nothing more, nothing less. He's just evil. While I liked seeing some more of Michael's early years, it does kind of stand in the way of our connection to Laurie Strode. We don't see her till about halfway in the movie, which is a real shame and a real loss. Most magical moment. The scene that immediately comes to mind is where young Michael has had enough and he decides to take out his bully, which is the kid from Spy Kids, by the way. And he does so by beating him with a stick. Over and over again. It's a brutal scene and I love it. Did you know? The Weinsteins. Rob Zombie revealed making this movie and its sequel was a horrible experience for him because of the Weinstein brothers. The missing years. Before greenlighting this remake, the studio opted to go with Halloween, The Missing Years, which would have been a prequel set in Michael's early years in the asylum. Overall, while it doesn't come near to the original's greatness, I think it's surely enjoyable. Is the movie as bad as most people make it out to be? No. It's more disturbing, more brutal, it has a stellar cast and most of the cast members do a really great job. Michael is massive and threatening and I love his mask. Once the story gets to Laurie Strode, the film becomes a little too truthful to the original for my taste. Why bother remaking it when you're doing most of the same stuff? I give Rob Zombie's Halloween 6 out of 10 clown masks. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks so much for watching. How do you feel about this 2007 remake of Halloween? Let me know below. Also let me know on this Halloween night, which horror movies will you be watching? Let me know, we'll talk. If you have the time, hit the like button, subscribe or check out some of my other videos which you kind of might like. You never know, try them out. And of course, as always, I hope to see you back next time. Happy Halloween. Bye.